All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Before we start today, let us be clear that for those who chat, you are welcome to chat and to say whatever you wish, but any aggressive, hateful, or violence words or language is going to cause you to be banned from my channel. We are not here to call Muslim names. If somebody says something silly, say to him, you are silly. But there's no need to be stupid. And I hope that the Muslim, they will follow the same advice because we will treat everybody equally. So just please take a note. Otherwise, everybody is welcome, and feel free to share your thought and your ideas. If we search in the internet, we find that there's thousands and thousands of videos about who is Allah. Who is Allah? But not a single one of them can tell us anything about Allah. Nothing. You can watch them, all of them. They will say to you, Allah is the creator. But Allah in the Quran, he says he is the best of the creators. So Allah himself, he got you busted, saying that he is not the only creator. Secondly, Allah the creator, but there is no witnesses of any creation he did. And Allah is disabled and able. So how he can be the creator? Allah the creator, but you do not know how the baby is created correctly. He think that the women have a sperm coming from her ribs and the man have a sperm coming from the backbone. Allah is the creator, who he think that the sperm transform into a dead blood. Allah is the creator, but he think that he placed mountains in the top of the earth. Allah is the creator, but he do not remember which one he created first. In one chapter he says the mountains, the earth, the water, the grass, the trees. Other verse he says totally the opposite, the sky, the stars, etc. And then at the end the earth. So the God of Islam is a collection of guessing information. No witnesses, no proof whatsoever. And I would like to welcome any Muslim to give me a call immediately if he think he can prove to us that Allah is exist and he is real, and which will make Muhammad and Islam to be a real religion too. If there is any Muslim he feel like he can call me, please feel free. Only Muslims, no Christians. Give us your ID in Skype if you don't mind to be live in YouTube. And this is the whole point. Actually, we want people to hear your voice so you can explain to them, who is this God Allah? What is this God Allah? Look, tons of videos, but none of them is really. They don't know. Actually, Muslims do not even know what the word Allah mean. You believe it? Have you ever heard of a religion? The followers of this religion, they don't know what the name of their God mean. They don't know. Thousands and thousands of videos. Or what they say to you, Allah is the creator. Nice to meet you, creator. Muhammad himself, he have no proofs, he have no witnesses. As an example, Muhammad, he claimed that he went to the seventh heaven. Seven heaven, they have to be seven. There is seven heaven and seven earth. Until now we could not find neither the seven earth or the seven heaven. So Muhammad, he went to the seven heaven. How he went? Even the Quran never mentioned that. Do you believe it? I mean, this book is a very funny book. Tons of stories about Muhammad went to the heaven. An angel, he took him and he fly in the top of a donkey who have no wings. It was a sexy donkey and it was very white, because there is no one can enter heaven in Islam unless it's very white, including the donkeys. If you go in chapter 17 verse number 1, this is the chapter of Al-Isra. It says that Allah, he sent or he took his servant at night to the sacred mosque. Okay, where is the trip to the heaven? Never mentioned. Have you ever heard of a God he forgot to mention the most important thing? Which one is more important, to take you to a mosque or to take you to heaven? Like, do Muhammad go to the space every day? Muhammad, he went to the space, and when he came back, he did not tell us he saw the earth is like, it looked like a ball. He did not tell us he saw the earth in a certain shape. He did not tell us that he lost his weight. He did not tell us anything except he rode on a donkey, and the donkey is so huge. And then when he went to the heaven, he found in the heaven the source of the water of the Nile River and Euphrates. I mean, how in the world he says such a thing? All the rivers which is known in the south of Turkey, north of Syria and Iraq, and include plus the Nile River. Muhammad, he claimed that when he went to the heaven, which is in the seventh sky, he found that those rivers are coming from there. Isn't it this is enough to prove to us that Muhammad is a liar and he is not telling the truth? Imagine I say to you, okay, I am Allah, worship me. What is the proof of Christian Prince that you are Allah? Okay, I will say to you, I am the one who created the whole world. Oh, you say to me, I don't believe you. Prove it. I said to you, I will send you a guy, his name is Muhammad, and he will tell you that. Hey Muhammad, I will take you to heaven, and now I will show you heaven. I took Muhammad to heaven, and then he in the heaven he discovered where the Nile River is coming from. Isn't it this is alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is a false man? Do we have any nice Muslim gentlemen, especially if you are a scholar? I would like to see a Muslim claim to be a scholar with the beard. I like those guys with the beards because they are the easiest to demolish. Do we have anyone? So all this noise about the amazing Allah, the amazing Prophet, the amazing etc., and then we find that the Prophet, he is nothing better than Alice in the Wonderland. Actually, I can show you the tree of the Wonderland of Alice exists in the Jannah. According to Muhammad, not to me. There is a tree in the heaven which is so huge, and Muhammad, he came from underneath of that tree, which means when you go fly with the angel of Allah, the airport is the roots of that tree, exactly as what happened in Alice in the Wonderland. Are we lying, Muslims? Are we lying? When the messenger of Allah reached Sidrat al-Muntaha, he said, terminates everything that ascended from earth and everything that ascended from above. So there Allah gave him 3, which he did not give to any prophet. He made 5 prayer, which is obligatory for the upon him. He gave him the last verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. Hey Muhammad, I want to give you this verse from the Surah Al-Baqarah. Take it with you. Okay, what do you mean he gave him the last verse of chapter Al-Baqarah? There was no chapter of Al-Baqarah anyway. There is nothing is called chapter of Al-Baqarah. Quran was not a chapter. This is long time after there's a chapters came to exist. And then he okay, hold on, guys, hold on. Why we don't go and see what is the last verse in the chapter of Al-Baqarah? Shall we? Does it hurt? Because I am interested to see. Allah gave him the last chapter of Al-Baqarah, the last verse, last verse. Okay, this is Al-Baqarah. I'm going to see the last verse. Let us see why this verse is important. No one soul doth Allah place a burden greater than it can bear. It gets very good that it earn and it suffer. Every ill that it earn, our Lord condemn, blah 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 blah. You can read the whole. But what? So why he gave him this verse? What does verse mean? If a Muslim want to say to me, Allah he gave Muhammad 5 prayer, that's a false thing. Muhammad he did not receive 5 prayer. It was Musa who asked for discount. Allah gave Muhammad 50 prayer. Shall we see it? And it was the Jewish Musa, businessman. He's a Jew. We know how to calculate, not like Muhammad. Allah gave Muhammad order to pray 50 times. And this is a story in the front of you. When Allah messenger he went, and by the way we do not know how he gave it to him because Muhammad did not talk to Allah. Allah the Almighty, the Supreme, enjoined 50 prayer upon my ummah. And I came back with that until I passed by Moses. I mean, hold on. I want a Muslim to explain to me how Muhammad he passed by Moses. What is Musa right now? Muslims, where is Musa right now? According to Muhammad, Musa is dead. Adam is dead. Actually, Muhammad, he will be the first one to be resurrected in the judgment day, which means they are not resurrected yet. The only one is alive in heaven now is Isa, which is supposed to be Jesus. So Muhammad he met Moses how? Not only he met with Moses, he is talking to Moses. Was Moses a real Moses? When Muhammad he said, I am going to be the first to be resurrected. Let us see if we can find the hadith in English. This one we did not find. We will find different one. Give me a second. You know, I don't like to mention something without showing it, because you know Muslim they will say, oh, he is where, how. So I don't like to say anything without showing a proof. Let us see. Read carefully with me, please. Who is the first one will become unconscious or conscious? Sorry. I mean, is dead, is a conscious, is asleep. He is going to be the first. And look how silly this is statement. Anyone notice what the mistake of what the silly mistake Muhammad he just made in this story? Who wanna help me here? Let us see who of you is really reading carefully. He will be the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment. He will be the first one will be able to open his eyes. Okay, anyone notice what is wrong? Oh, Musa is already there. How he is the first one? He will be resurrected and he will open his eyes, but yet right away he will see Moses holding one of the pillars of Allah's throne. Imagine I say to you, I am the first one to be resurrected, and when I open my eyes, I see Moses holding the pillars of Allah's throne. That means Moses is there before me. He's not the first one. That is a very silly statement, but nothing new. That's Muhammad. He always win the competition of being silly. And this is the same story. A man from the Jews, having been slapped on his face, came to the Prophet. Oh Muhammad, a man from your companion, blah 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 blah. Okay, why you slap him? Blah 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 blah. Okay, I said even above Muhammad, I become furious. I slapped in his face. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and then look at this. Muhammad, he said, in the day of resurrection, I will be the first one to be conscious. Then I will see Moses holding the legs of the throne. Allah have a throne, and the throne has legs. I will not know whether he has come to his sense before me, or that shock had been received at mountain. What is that? You just said, you just confirmed that I will be the first. Do you see it, Muslims? Zuha, she is a Muslim lady. She is saying the Prophet, he hates sin. That's false. The Prophet, he encouraged sin, and he himself was a cheater. Isn't it your Prophet? He said that in the judgment day, as long we are talking about judgment day, all the sin of the Muslims will be forgiven anyway, which means go and do as much as you wish, and he will place the sin of the Muslims on the Christians. Are you there, Mrs. Zuha? Are you there? Let us show you the hadith. A person who says such a statement, obviously he is encouraging sin, because he's saying to you, even if you have a mountain of sin, read carefully, guys. Is that me saying that? This is Sahih. They cannot say this is Sahih Muslim, Sahih Ibn Majah. All of this is Sahih Hadith. They cannot say it's fabricated. Please be nice to Zuha. Let us not to be rude. The Messenger of Allah said, Allah led those who came before us astray from Friday. Saturday was Jews. Sunday was for the Christians. And they will lag behind us until the day of resurrection. Allah even mislead us. Allah is a deceiver. He mislead us even from taking a Friday, because Allah chose a Friday for the best people. And here, if we read the hadith with me, please. And this is Sahih Muslim. Muhammad, he said, not me. Don't blame me for what your prophet he say. There would come people among the Muslims on the day of resurrection with heavy sins as mountains, and Allah would forgive them, and he would place in their stead the Jews and the Christians. So how, Muhammad, he said, you are saying to me, Zuha, the one in the chat, the Muslimah, that Muhammad is against sin, when he is saying to you, don't worry, sin as much as you want, even if it's like a mountain, Allah will take it and Allah will place it over someone else, and specifically the Christians and the Jews. And this proving Islam and Muhammad to be false again. Anyone remember why? Anyone remember why? Why this statement of Muhammad again proving Muhammad to be false? Zuha, I don't care, forgive them, they are sorry or not. As you see, Allah, you come in the day of resurrection. This is in the day of resurrection, and you have this sin. So obviously he did not forgive you yet. And what he will do, he will take your sin and he will place it in the Christians. But isn't it, this is a contradiction for what Muhammad he said in different lie? The Muslim, they say to us, is it fair that Jesus he died for our sin? Shouldn't a person pay for his own sin? And actually the verse we just read in chapter 2 verse number 8 to 6, it says Allah will not make you bear something you cannot handle. All right, okay. Why Allah will give the sin of the Muslims to the Christians? Is that fair? In different verse in the Quran, Muhammad he said the following: all those verses saying that nobody will pay for the sin of somebody else. All those verses. Look how many. Look how many. Let us take the last one because it's shortest, easy. Namely, that no barrier of burden can bear burden of another. Nobody can bear the burden of other. And this is again a contradiction for this hadith and a contradiction for the Quran in different place. Why? Because Muhammad he claimed that in the day of judgment Allah will allow Muhammad to intercede. So if nobody bear the sin of others, what is intercession? How Muhammad he can intercede? And if nobody will pay for the sin of somebody else, how Allah will place the sin which is like mountains in the top of the Christians? This is why we see that Islam is really a kind of a silly cult. It's not even, it cannot be qualified to be a cult. Usually cults are smart. Cults is made by smart people. Muhammad obviously he is not. And this is why Muhammad he spent his life nobody believed in him. But then by the sword, when he joined with the gangs, the outlaw, we call them in Arabic as-Sa'alik. In America today they call them outlaw, or like in the time of the cowboy. The Sa'alik simply are people who they are cast out their tribes for they are ugly in crimes, which means their tribe they wash their hands from them and say they are not our sons, kill them. Muhammad he joined the Sa'alik, and the Sa'alik are criminals, pirate, and he started doing what Sa'alik do. That's why you see the Muslim they say Ghazwatul Rasul, which means the attack of the Prophet. All the attack of the Prophet, especially in the beginning, was against caravan of people who they are in the road. Have you ever heard of a prophet of God he attacked people traveling? That is Muhammad. If there is any Muslim would like to call me, if you feel like you can call me and you can prove us wrong, please feel free. You are more than welcome. And please, everybody in the chat, be nice to the Muslims and be kind to them. They are deceived and we are here to help them. Any Muslim have an idea? Now we go back to zero. After Muhammad he discovered that the Nile River and the Euphrates River are rivers from the heaven. Why Muslims do not make books about this? I mean, here we go. They make thousands of false videos about discoveries in the Quran. The prophet, he made a prophecy. Even they say that the prophet, he prophesied satellite dish. And look like Muhammad satellite dish was one of them was in Euphrates in the heaven, and the other satellite dish was in the Nile River in heaven. Any Muslim have anything to say? Anyone? Who was a Muslim, he agreed with his prophet that the Nile River and Euphrates River and Jihan and Sihan, which is 4 rivers, one of them in Africa and the rest of the 3 in the south of Turkey, they are coming from heaven, and they are coming from under a tree. It's called Sudratul Muntaha. And by the way, Sudratul Muntaha, it's a very funny tree. The leaves of it is made of gold, and you can walk underneath of it for 100 years. Any Muslim want to say something? You know, I see that Muslims always proud about being Muslims, but they have no answer for anything. They don't even know what being a Muslim means. All what they know, we say Shahada, and we say Alhamdulillah, Inshallah. And this is why the Middle East is messed up, because everything is based on Alhamdulillah, Inshallah. I will do it Inshallah tomorrow if Allah will, and nothing will be done neither by Allah, neither by them. Anyone would like to say anything? What is the tree which Allah he have in his backyard, which is the greatest tree in the whole universe? Anyone knows? Who is a Muslim knows? You will believe it or not, this tree is exist in the earth. Muhammad, he chose a tree, showing us how shallow he is. Let me show you the tree which Muhammad he speak about. Let me try to find it. Okay, here we go. We found it. This is the tree Muhammad he spoke about. Muhammad is a desert man. He went to Allah backyard and he saw this tree in his backyard. Are you sure? What is that? Let me be sure that this is the exact tree, because this one looked nicer from the one I know. Yeah, actually this is the one, and it goes like, look how it looked like. Those ones are young. This one is older. This is how they look like. This tree in the backyard of Allah, and you can walk underneath of it for 100 years travel under one branch. Is Muhammad saying something truthful? And not only that, everyone, that this tree is the same as the movie. It's called Alice in the Wonderland. Everyone goes up and everyone goes down. He have to come from underneath of the roots of the tree. And nobody can pass that tree. Let me see if I can find you some hadith so we can read about this amazing fiction story Muhammad is coming with. Oh, hold on. Until now, we did not receive any invitation from any Muslim to call him, and I wonder why. Maybe they knew they have no answer, so they said to themselves, and I'm not going to talk about it. We will look funny. While I was traveling through paradise, a river appeared before me, whose bank had tints of pearl. I said to the angel, "What is this?" He said, "This is Al-Kawthar, which Allah granted you." He said, then he put his hand in the clay and removed musk from it. Then I raised up to Sidrat al-Muntaha, and I saw a magnificent light at it. Muslims, what is that? What is the light which Muhammad he saw in that tree which we just showed you the picture? And Muhammad he have a tent in a side of a river, and this is Al-Kawthar which Allah he promised Muhammad, and the mud of it is made from musk. I was raised to the lotus tree. This is the same tree, and I saw 4 rivers, 2 of which were coming out and 2 going in. Those which were coming out were the Nile and Euphrates. Any Muslim have a comment? Any Muslim has a comment? Either you say that the Prophet is being truthful and they are really coming from the from that tree, the rivers of Nile and the river of Euphrates, or you say obviously Muhammad is lying. Anyone? Can I call you in Skype? Hassan? Yeah, sure, Hassan. You are a Muslim, right? Yeah, you are a Muslim. I remember. Are you in Skype already, Hassan? Now? Okay. Is your account is Hassan or? It's the same, right? Okay.
Hello.
Hey Hassan, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Hassan or Hassan?
Hassan.
Hassan, okay.
Remember last time?
Yeah, but you know, too many names in my. It's hard even to know who's the person who's. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
last time.
What do you think about this?
I was with the Shia guys.
Yeah. What do you think about this, Hassan? About the discovery of Muhammad, he found a river of Nile and Euphrates coming from the tree in the heaven of Allah, in the 7th heaven.
I don't know actually.
Where do you think the Nile River is coming from?
It is on the earth.
Yeah, but where in the earth? Is it in Africa? Is it in Asia? Where?
Asia, right?
No, it's in Africa.
Africa.
Euphrates is in Asia. It's in the south of Turkey. The Nile River is in the middle of Africa. So why Muhammad is taking 2 or actually 4 famous rivers, Sihan wa Jihan wa Nilu wal Furat, 4 famous rivers, and he claimed that they are coming from the heaven of Allah, and the heaven of Allah is in the sky.
Is this Sunni or Shia?
Oh no, this is Sunni now. I know you are a Shia,
Okay.
but I know that, but this is Sunni now.
I have no idea actually. Like,
All right. What you wanted to call me? You want to say something beside?
I wanted to talk about some topics. I don't want to change the topic, but if you
no, we
allow
won't
me,
change the
I don't
topic.
know.
We won't change the topic, but you can talk. You can answer me as a Shia, not as a Sunni. Forget about being a Sunni. What make you think that Muhammad is a prophet as a Shia?
Well, they say like he was a really decent man, and
He was a
أهل
decent
البيت.
man. Muhammad was a decent man. Is it true that he was accused of stealing underwear?
I saw that, but I have
Okay.
I have no idea what
Anyone
the Shia tafsir say. So
any one of your friends ever accused me that you stole an underwear before?
no.
It's funny, right? I'm not being rude to you, but I'm just having a conversation to show you how bad this is. So when the followers of a prophet of God, they accuse their prophet that he stole a piece of a clothing, and this piece of a clothing itself, they stole it from a Jew or from someone else. What kind of gang they are? What kind of people they are? Let us say you are a good person and you have good friends, and now you stole some fabric from somebody, and now you are fighting who took the underwear, and they are accusing that the prophet is the one who took it. And how the prophet he answer? Do you see the verse in the screen?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about this verse?
No prophet could be false to his task if any person has. Can I see the tafsir
Yeah, you can see
about
the
this
tafsir,
from
no
Shia?
problem. But you see here the problem, the translation is false. It says no prophet can be false. It doesn't say false, it says Yagul, which means he is a thief. No prophet is a thief. This is Yusuf I translation. Do you know any English translation for Shia so we can show it to you? If there's any famous Shia translation, you know?
No, I don't know. I think translation is not the best option actually.
You see, they are saying
Like,
false. I don't know what the word false have to do with the word Yagul. If we go to the Shia, I forgot, you speak Arabic?
kind of like not
Because
not really
I
good,
don't know.
but I quite
Do
understand.
you know any website for the Shia have tafsir in English?
What do you say?
Do you know any website for the Shia have tafsir in English? Because I have, but
No,
it's in Arabic.
I don't.
You know, it is in Arabic.
I have not. I don't think that they exist, but
yeah, this is why I'm asking you, because you are a Shia, so maybe you have some information about that. Chapter 3, verse number 161. Let us see the Sunni first, as long this is what we have. Those things actually, neither the Shia or the Sunni, they really don't have a disagreement about those things. Let us see what is the reason or what is behind of this story.
I'm looking now for Shia tafsir at the same time.
Read carefully with me. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. When some red velvet cloth went missing in the day of Badr, it's a theft. Some of the people, which mean the Muslims, began to say, perhaps the Prophet took it. In the following, the verse was revealed. It's not for the Prophet to be a fraud, Yaghul, a thief. You see in the translation how they fool us? They say it's not for a prophet to be false. But this is not about false, this is about being a thief. It says it's not for a prophet to be a thief. And then, okay, how Muhammad he proved that he is not the one he stole it? By giving a verse saying Allah said it's not me who stole it. Shouldn't Allah tell us who is the one who took it? What do you think, Hassan? If Allah is God If Allah is God, shouldn't he knew who is the one who stole the underwear?
Yes.
Okay, so what the point of saying Muhammad is not the one who took it, but yet he will not tell us who is the one who took it? Do you understand what I'm saying? If I am God,
yes,
if I am God and my prophet was accused of being a thief, shouldn't I say to them, okay, it's not Muhammad, go to the house of this guy, I know everything, open his closet, or maybe take off his panty, you will see it. So all what Muhammad he did, he gave them a verse claiming that Allah said it is not him who took it. Why Allah did not tell us who is the one who took it? Imagine in the court, imagine we have a court and somebody was accused of stealing some lingerie from Victoria's Secret. And in the court, the guy, he said, I will give you a verse from Allah saying it is not me who took it. The judge, he will let him go then. It's very Islamic. So the only proof Muhammad he have that he's not him who stole the underwear, that he give them a verse claiming that Allah told him that. How we knew that this is not Muhammad himself saying this? Until now, by the way, the underwear is missing. If anyone have an idea, please call the FBI of Saudi Arabia, because it is really a big case. Even Allah, he could not find out. Even he called Colombo, you know, Detective Colombo, Sherlock Holmes, and they could not find the underwear. I mean, look how silly this verse is. People accuse you of a theft, you say to them, Allah said to me, it's not you. What about you tell us who took it?
Okay, this is Tafsir al-Jalalain.
It doesn't matter. Shia is not better, my friend. Shia is not better. If Shia is better, I can switch the Shia, go to Arabic, because I don't have it here in English. And
can we go?
Yeah, we can go to the Shia. No problem. No problem. You go.
Right,
Let's go to
use
the
this
Shia.
one. Tafsir al-Burhan.
Yeah. Okay. We can go to the Shia. Hold on. We can go here. They have. Let me show you what they have in the screen. They have Tafsir al-Quran al-Tabrasi, Ali ibn Ibrahim al-Qummi, al-Tusi, al-Tabata'i, al-Kashani, al-Janbadi, al-Shirazi, al-Bahrani.
Al-Burhan.
Okay.
Tafsir al-Quran.
All right, let's go to the Al-Burhan. Okay.
I'm just curious.
All right. Read carefully. You know what? I'm going to take the page and I will open it in Google, so we can click one click and do the translation. It says the same exactly as we saw in the Sunni. Look like the Shia and the Sunni, they agree about this one. All right, we are translating now. Here we go. This is Tafsir al-Burhan. You see the screen, Hassan?
Yes, I'm looking at the screen.
All right, it says in the top, Hisham al-Burhani. This is Tafsir Google, so you know, take that into consideration. It's not very accurate, but it's saying the same. That it says that they attribute to the Prophet that he took a piece of a clothing, which is a red velvet underwear. Do you see it?
Wait, I think the screen is not on time. Wait.
Refresh the page, maybe. If you refresh it, will work.
Yes, red velvet.
Okay.
Flatter. I don't know what it means.
So it's the same. You know, they accuse him that he took a piece of a clothing, and Allah, he gave him this verse saying to them, he did not take it. Thank you very much. So what do you think about this madness? Muhammad is a prophet of God. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
Take it easy.
I'm losing my voice. Talking too much, too many people. You know, he is a prophet, and then Allah, he sent him a verse to prove that he is a decent man. By what? By telling them it's not Muhammad who took it. So how we can take this as a... And actually here you will see clearly that they're accusing him to be Yaghul. Yaghul is a thief, and he's a fraud. I mean, how?
But wait, did it mention who the thief was in the Shia tafsir? Like, I didn't.
No. There's nowhere it mentions anything. Where?
Nothing.
No, there's nothing. It shows. You know, there's nothing in the whole tafsir of the Shia. I don't know. I never. If you know something, let me know.
No, I don't know.
Because you see
quickly, like it was a glance.
How the Shia even will come to tell us who is the one who took it, if nowhere it says who is the one who took it. And as you see, Allah Himself He did not say. So here you notice that Muhammad was accused by his followers, but here you notice something very important, Hassan. If you have a very good people, quality people around you, are they going to accuse you really of stealing clothes, and you are their prophet? What do you think? What kind of a gang Muhammad he have with him, to the point they accuse their prophet and leader that he is a thief? What do you think?
Actually, that's strange, but you know, maybe it is possible if they are not decent and they want, like, they're not being honest.
Okay,
I mean, people can do.
They are not decent.
Horrible things.
Okay, why the companion of the prophet are not decent? If the companion, the first to believe in him, they are a bunch of thieves and gang. So what kind of a prophet he is? You know, in the Middle East we say, if you want to know him, tell me who is your friend, I will tell you who you are. Correct? Tell me who's your friend, I will tell you who you are. If your friends are a bunch of a druggie and drug people, drug dealers, then you are like them. Do we agree?
Yeah, they say there is a hadith that من عاشر قوما 40 يوم.
He's from them. You're right.
فأصبح منهم. As I can remember, like something like that.
Yeah,
like
he became one of them. If he,
for 40 days.
Yeah, he became like he became one of them. Okay, so Muhammad is working with people who they are gang, obviously, and they themselves accusing him to be a fraud. So what was the relationship between Muhammad and his companion then? Business, as you see.
Sahaba, yeah, and in Shia Islam, they are very, very hated. Omar, and for example,
but regardless of the names, regardless of the names, obviously they are. If they are bad, that means Muhammad is bad. I mean, why I want to walk with you? Why want to go together, drink coffee together, go and fight together, believe in the same God together, we pray together, yet you are bad and I'm good? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay, but like, were they good according to the Shia? Those Sahaba, like before the Shia, before the death of the Prophet.
The Shia, they prove to us that the Quran is a fraud too. You Shia, you accuse Aisha she was a bad woman, even she was a whore. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, but she's very much hated.
No. You can go right now and search on YouTube. You will see your scholars, they are talking about the hadith about Aisha. They call it Sahibatul Jirar al-Khudr. I'm just copying how the Shia they talk. يقول الحديث أن عائشة قد زينا جارية وطافت بها لكي تصطاد شبابا من قريش. This is how the Shia they speak about Aisha. Do you agree? Are you laughing? Aisha, guys, she decorated a slave girl so she can hunt young men from Quraysh. She want to sleep with them. This is what the Shia says. And by the way, this hadith is a Sunni hadith too. So you agree, and you said that the Shia says that Aisha, the wife of Muhammad, is a bad woman, right?
Yes.
Okay. But isn't it the Quran says The bad women, Allah will make them marry bad men.
Yes, last time you showed me that. So, yeah.
So
Yes, I remember that.
That means Muhammad is a bad man. If Allah will make bad men marry bad women, good women marry good men, and Aisha and Hafsa and many of his wives, they are nothing but bad women. So how this verse will work?
Let me see again. Okay.
And again, by the way, the translation here is very false. Like here, translation says bad women deserve bad men, and bad men are for bad women. The fact doesn't say that. It says الخبيثات للخبيثين والطيبات للطيبين. So Allah made a destiny that for the good women, good man, and for the good man, good women, and for the bad man, bad women, and for the bad women, bad man. It's a destiny. So how Muhammad, he did marry a bad woman?
She was maybe good back then. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing it's called was and became something else, Allah, he knew the future.
But in Shia Islam, we believe that there's something called قانون البداء, that the future can be changed. Like it is not written like the Sunni.
No. You
have you heard about that?
Yeah. No.
Al-Bada, something. Yeah. Something like that.
Al-Qadar. The name of Al-Qadar alone is enough to prove that you cannot change it. The Qadar will change by Allah, not by you, which means you do something and Allah wants something, and what Allah wants is going to happen, not what you want.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, قانون البداء. You know that, right?
Yeah, but still, this is still.
What is that then?
What?
قانون البداء. I think.
You mean البداء or البلاء?
What? Sorry.
I'm trying to understand what you are saying. البلاء or البداء?
البداء.
البداء.
With dal, yes.
البداء. I think you are saying it wrongly.
Wait, I will look for it. Wait.
I think I know what you are talking about. Hold on. Yeah, al-bada, the bada and the Shia. Yeah. But this is not about what you are saying. Al-bada is the appearance. You see the Shia, the difference between the Shia and the Sunni. The Shia, they have something, it's called appearance, and the inside, the inner. Correct, Hassan?
What do you mean? Wait, I don't know what you mean.
There is the appearance, and there is the inner, the inside.
Batin and Zahir, you mean?
Yeah, Batin and Zahir.
No, but this is something different. Like, wait, there was a hadith in Al-Kafi about the future, that it could be changed. It is not maktub like the
it is something is not
the Sunni belief.
Something is not written, and it can be changed.
Al-Bada, like Qanun al-Bada, Ma Bada. There was a hadith, I forgot it. Maybe I can find it.
Yeah.
Ma Bada.
Okay.
I forgot the hadith actually.
This is from Aqaid al-Imamiyya. Are you the 12? From the 12?
12, yes. From the 12.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, but what you are talking about, that you start something and later you can change what you want to do, right?
Yeah, like it is maktub, but yeah, it still could be changed. Like it is.
Who is
It's
going,
not
but who is
a
the one who
real
will change
destiny.
it?
Like
Who is the one who will change it?
me, depending on my deeds, not like that. God created me with a
Okay, let me ask you.
destiny, and then
When Al-Hassan and when the children of Ali they've been slaughtered, is that because they changed or because Allah destiny was for them to be killed?
Well, God knew it because the angels, I can't remember that they how do you say that in English? اشتكوا, like, yeah, I don't wait, the word, like they can you help me?
I'm not sure.
اشتكوا على الله because
Complain to Allah. They
yeah.
complain to Allah. They
What, sorry?
they've been they rebel against Allah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because God will create Adam, and then from Adam will bad people come and they will kill Al-Hussein. Yeah, so they knew it. That's what I know. Like,
okay,
in the beginning, before Adam's creation.
Okay, I want you to go with me.
They rebelled. So
right.
Yeah, based on that, I'm now thinking.
No. I want to show you something how silly the Quran is. Chapter 6, verse 148. Check chapter 6, verse number 148. Allah saying, the idolaters, those who worship idols, they say, if Allah, not if God. I mean, this translation is stupid. Let me try and change it. I don't know why he used the word God instead of Allah, because Allah
isn't it the same?
No, Allah is a name. You cannot say you place it with the word God in translation. So those who take partner with Allah will say, if Allah had wished, because if you say if God, we do not know what God is talking about, right? And this is not what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying Law Sha Allah, so they name the God, correct? You know what I mean?
Law Sha Allah,
yeah.
If
he
wants.
As long it says Law Sha Allah, we cannot replace the word Sha Allah with if God want. You have to give the name because they named him here. It's Allah. It's not the word God. So look, the Quran is saying, as you just said, that you can change, right? You can change, but here Allah is refuting them, and He agree with you somehow. Look what He says: those who give partner with Allah, they will say, if Allah had wished, we should not have given partners to Him, nor would our fathers. So they are saying, well, this is our destiny, correct? If Allah willed. Do you agree? They are saying, not Allah. Allah is saying to them, no, this is your destiny. This is you choose that. Here He says, they are saying, if Allah willed, we will not take partners, which means we are doing this because this is Allah will, obviously. Because if Allah willed, we will not take any partner with Him. And He said, so did their ancestor argue falsely. Do you see it? Are you with me? Do you understand, Hassan? So their argument, you say to me, why you are associating somebody with Allah? I say to you, well, if Allah want me not to associate with Him, He can make me not to do that. But obviously Allah like me to do that, because He don't oppose me, you know. So it's Allah will. So Allah here He says, so they did their ancestors, they have the same lie, and they argue falsely. So Allah disagree with the statement that if Allah want, if Allah will, then we will not worship another one beside Him. So obviously this is Allah will, therefore we will do it. But look how silly the Quran. If we go to a verse, another verse, you will see the following. I will show you verses after verses. Okay, hold on. I need to change the translator. Anyway, all those verses, it says clearly that if Allah will, we will not worship someone beside Allah.
So they say like God wrote this destiny for us.
They are saying that. They are saying that, but Allah, He don't agree with them. Allah saying to them, well, this is your false argument. This is your false argument. But then if we go to different verses in the Quran, we will find Allah saying that this is His will. You see, I'm not using hadith, because if I use hadith, you might say to me, you know, like I'm Shia, I don't agree with the hadith of the Sunni.
I want Shia hadith.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to show you
they
Shia.
say
I'm
like,
not going to show you hadith. I'm going to show you Quran, which is more better. Chapter 6, verse number 149. It says, Allah says, verse number 148. It says, the idolater says, if God had so willed, we would not have associated other with Him. But this is their this is a fabrication argument. But the verse after it says, Allah said to them, say, to God belong all the consumment argument. Had He will, He would surely have guided you, all of you, or right. Let me change the translator again. It's coming back to this translator. This guy is an idiot. I think he's using Google translation.
can I see the Arabic also?
Sure.
Like, okay.
Let me read it again in English. So with Allah is the argument that reaches home. If it had been His will, He could indeed have guided you all. You see it? So how in the verse before it they said, if Allah will, we will not be misguided. And then the verse after it right away He says, if Allah, say to them, if Allah wanted, He will make you all guided. So this is His will.
Okay, it's the Arabic. قل فلله الحجة البالغة فلو شاء لهداكم أجمعين.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. لشاء, like, yeah, okay. فلو شاء لهداكم أجمعين. Can I see the tafsir of this ayah?
You can, but I mean, this is very easy. I mean, if Allah wants, He will guide you all. Even this one need the tafsir. If Allah
I'm just curious. They say like
it's the same.
You may never.
Yeah, it's the same. If Allah wants, He will guide you.
Your own tafsir.
Okay. So if Allah wants, He will guide you all. Which mean what? If Allah wants, will guide you all. It's mean Allah don't want to guide you all. Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, I agree. There are many verses.
Okay.
One says,
if we go to a different verse in the Quran,
فزادهم الله مرضا. Like,
thank you. Yeah.
He increased the disease in their hearts, and
right.
Let me think.
Chapter 6, verse 117. It says, "Your Lord, who knows, He knows who is going to go astray, and who is going to be in guidance." Correct?
What is that?
It says, "Your Lord knows who is going to go astray." Actually, the translation is false. Yudil, it's meant to deceive. Who is going to be deceived, and who is the one to be guided? Inna rabbuka huwa a'lamu man yudil an sabilihi wa huwa a'lamu bil muhtadin. So it is Allah who knows who is going to be deceived and the one who will be guided. Okay, you said to me that you can change And in order to say you can change your destiny, then you should not, nobody should know, because it's a free will, have to do with you only, because you can change it anytime.
But still, God knows everything,
Okay.
including
if he
the
if you
future,
knew,
right?
if you
So,
knew everything, that's mean he knew what you will do, and that's mean you know it is there already. You change nothing. You think you change, but
but
the fact you did not change anything. Okay, you change nothing.
God knows everything, so yeah.
No, okay, hold on. Chapter 13, verse number 27. It says, وَيَقُولُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْلَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ آيَةٌ مِّن رَبِّهِ قُلْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُضِلُّ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيَهْدِي إِلَيْهِ مَنْ أَنَابَ. Look at this joke. The unbeliever says, why not, why is not a sign sent down from his Lord? I mean, this is a very normal question, right? You claim to be a prophet, and we have the right to ask you, if you are a prophet, how come you don't have any miracles? Allah he answer, and look how funny the answer says, Allah he deceive whoever he want, and he guide whoever he want. What kind of God he is? The Muslim, they falsely translate the word deceive by saying he leave to astray whom he will. How he can leave him astray? The word in Arabic yudil. Yudil mean you deceive. So Allah will lead you astray by deceiving you, and he will do that whoever he will, and he will guide whoever he will. Okay, so you are saying to me I can change, but Allah is the one who deceive who he want, and he guide who he want. So in order to be changed, to go to heaven or to go to earth, do you have the freedom based on this verse, Hassan? Because the change you will do either will take you to heaven.
Let's wait, let me think. Can I see the Arabic again? It was, I think, more.
Yeah, this is chapter
clear.
13, chapter 13, verse number 27. Let me read it for you for fast reading. ويقول الذين كفروا لولا أنزل الله عليه من آية من ربه قل إن الله يضل من يشاء ويهدي إليه من أناب. Okay,
Yes.
That's madness. So all what they said to you as a Shia that you can change is a fabrication, because in order to change, you have to delete this verse, and there's many other verses. Here it says it is Allah who deceive whoever he want, and Allah he guide whoever he want. So in order for you to change destiny for bad or good, like to go to hell or to go to heaven, then you have to have a freedom. But here it says clearly that it is him who guide, no one else, and he is the one who misguide, no one else. Do we agree?
Yes, يضل من يشاء ويهدي إليه.
Okay. So in order to be, let us say you are a person who is doing bad deeds, and you want to change that. Based on this verse, in order to be guided, it's Allah he have to have the will to guide you, because he is the one who will guide you, not you by yourself. You will be guided. So you don't have a free will. We go to different hadith, actually verse. There's tons of them. Read this one with me. If Allah so willed, he could make you all one people, but he leaves deceiving. You see the word here is strain. It's a false, but strain it's the same as deceive. I think it close.
Wait. If Allah so willed. Straying, yeah, يضل straying.
So what do you see here? If Allah want, he will make us, all of us Muslims, correct? Or all of us Christians, all of us Hindus, or all of us kuffar. But Allah, he don't want us to be all of us one. It is the will of Allah. He is the one who decide who is going to be believer and who is the one to be not disbeliever. So what's the point of this religion? Why I will go to hell if he is the one who decides I will not believe?
He leaves straying whom he pleases, and he guides whom he pleases.
And again, this is a false translation. The word yudil have nothing to do with straying. The word yudil is about deceiving. He deceive whoever he will, and he guide whoever he will. So if he want, he will make you all one nation. But obviously, this is not what he want. So what he want? He deceive as he wish.
But yudil means lead astray. It is correct. Like
no,
no,
my friend. Yudil, it can be used in many ways. And let us give an example. يضل الطريق. He lost his way, correct?
Okay. You mean?
If somebody he lost his way, we can use ضل طريقه. He lost his way, which means direction. He got wrong direction, correct? But if somebody doing that to you, here is deceiving because he is causing you to take wrong direction. Do we agree? Okay, you want to go in the highway to go to Washington DC, and you ask me where to go from. I give you a different highway in purpose to deceive you, so you can go. You will go to different city. Is that a deceiving, or this is just I went astray?
You can say it is deceiving. Okay,
it is deceiving.
Yeah, it is.
So
I am leading you astray.
Yeah,
both are them.
Yeah, but no, he leaves you astray, which means maybe you yourself you didn't, you know, like, okay, he did not reach out to you to guide you. No, this is not the case. It says in Arabic, yudil. It's an act he did to make you astray, not something happened. You are astray, and he let you there. You know, it's like I'm walking in the beach. I saw somebody is drowning, and I did not give him arms, so he died. This is not what it says. He lead you to your death by deceiving you. All right. So Allah here showing us again how stupid this religion is, because if Allah, he is the one who guide who he want, misguide who he wants. So why I will go to hell or I will go to heaven? What I did? Nothing. Chapter 16, verse number 37. Read this one. This one is even more horrible. I will show it to you in Arabic first, and we'll show it to people in English. إن تحرض على هداهم فإن الله لا يهدي من يضل وما لهم من ناصرين. What the heck? If you try,
I don't see this. Wait.
Okay.
This one.
This is chapter 16, verse number 37.
37.
Okay. So if you anchor if you try your best to guide them, don't waste your time. Allah will guide not the one who he deceived, and those who he deceived, nobody can help them. And this is the Muslim translation. Do you see it? So how that can be possible? Don't try to guide them, because Allah misguide them, and those who Allah misguide them, nobody can guide them. As simple as that. We can change the translation, you know, so we can love better. Even though, O you Muhammad, translation of Biktal, desires their right guidance, still Allah assuredly will not guide him who misleadeth. Allah will not guide who he misleads. Who is the one who mislead the guy? Allah. You're laughing. So what's happening now?
So I don't know, man.
So what kind of version this version is?
What do they say then? That I don't know. They say in Shia that I thought that was indeed stupid to think that it is literally written. So they told me in Shia that's not the case. So
Yeah, well, this is the Quran. I mean, they can't even.
Okay, this is
can't even-
Quran. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
they
This is
can't
Quran. So I'm
play
thinking like,
games with it, you know, obviously, but they are playing games. They are, you know, and most of people they don't study carefully, all right, and you know, a book full of contradiction. All of it is in contradiction, and the same can be found all over, like chapter 35, verse number 8. It's Allah who guide he who he will, and he misguide who he will, deceive who he will.
which one again? This
35. This is why my book is called Deception of Allah. Go get my book.
123. Which one?
35, verse number 8.
35.
For Allah, He deceive not astray whom He wills, and He guide whom He wills. That's it. It's His will to be deceived or to be guided.
Okay.
And the Quran is full of this. All the Quran is like that. What kind of book this book is? And imagine in the Quran, in chapter 2, verse number 226, Allah will give you a parable, and then this parable will guide many and will misguide many. What is that? How stupid that is. I will tell you a story, and this story will misguide many and will guide many. Do you see it? Hey guys, I have a story for you, and if I tell this story, many of you will go astray and many of you will be guided. So what the point? What the point exactly? Are you there, Hassan?
Yes, I'm here. Let's look at the Arabic here.
In the Arabic,
this is Surah, which I can
chapter 2, chapter
look
2,
at my computer.
Chapter 2, verse number 26.
26. Okay. Let's have a look.
إن الله لا يستحي أن يضرب مثل ما بعوضة فما فوقها فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أن الحق من ربهم أما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا المضر يضل به كثير ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين. But the verse before it says that the one who Allah misguided is misguided by Allah, and now he's saying the one is misguided is the bad one. Oh boy. You know, who is the one who follows Shaitan? Hassan.
What?
Who is the one who follows Shaitan?
Someone?
Who is the one who follows Shaitan?
According to Islam, anyone that is bad. Like,
okay. Chapter 7, verse 175.
Evil.
Yeah, evil, bad people, they follow Shaitan only. Chapter 7, 175 says the same. Chapter 15, 42. Chapter 26, even chapter 26, verse 24, it says that the poetry men, the one who follow them is only the criminals. If you are a poet man and people like you, those who like you, they are a criminal. All right. But now, as you see, the poet people is those who do evil, they follow them. All right. The one who is bad, who follow them. But look, in the Quran says, chapter 15, verse number 42, that from my servant no authority shall thou have except such as put themselves in the wrong and follow thee. Actually, the translation is bad. As such as the criminals, al-ghaween. So Allah saying to the Shaitan, no one from my followers can follow you except the criminals. So
none of my followers can follow you?
Yeah, except the bad ones. Only bad ones will follow Shaitan. Shaitan have no authority over the good ones. Correct? So how Shia and Sunni, they say Shaitan deceived me. Did you hear the question, Hassan?
Yeah.
How you Shia, you say Shaitan deceived me. If Shaitan cannot deceive unless you are a bad person, you are a criminal. Not only a bad, you have to be a criminal. Al-Ghawin. What a stupid religion. So you say to them, Shaitan have no authority except over the criminals. Okay, so how Shaitan he was able to convince Adam to commit sin? Adam was a criminal.
They say in Shia Islam that Adam like Iblis swear by Allah. So
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Adam thought that,
my friend, whatever Shaitan he did, whatever
no one would.
No, Hassan. Whatever
would
Shaitan
swear by Allah and lie. But
yeah,
okay,
whatever the stories they told you about Shaitan he did, as long the Quran, and this is before he even kicked him out from heaven. He says, Allah, that you have no authority over my servant except the one who follow thee. In order to practice this, that means Adam he follow thee. No matter how he convince him, he swear, he play jumbo mambo, that will not change he follow the advice of Shaitan. That means Adam himself was a criminal. Right? What about Muhammad?
Yeah, okay. I find it so strange, like he's a prophet.
Okay. What about Muhammad? Was Muhammad a sinner according to Islam, to Shia, or no?
To Shia, no, absolutely not.
Because
to
the Shia,
Sunni, he was.
No, because the Shia, they are not being the Shia scholars, they are not being decent and they are not being truthful. This is the Quran, chapter 48, verse number 2. Translation is false, saying fault. In Arabic, it says dhambaka. You know what them mean, right? What them mean?
Sin.
Sin. Okay. ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر. Does it say that?
Which surah was it?
48,
okay.
Verse number 2.
Okay, let me read it. ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما. Yes, okay.
So
to who is he?
This is to Muhammad. This is to Muhammad. This is speaking to Muhammad. This is the chapter of Al-Fatah. All of it is about Muhammad. So here we have given thee, Muhammad, a signal of victory, a signal of victory. Okay, that Allah may forgive thee sin that which in the past and which in to come. If the Quran just said that Shaitan have no authority over anyone to make him do what? If Shaitan have authority, what he would do? He would make you commit sin, correct? Do you agree?
I don't know, man. Yeah.
So Allah says you cannot make my followers do sin unless they follow thee, and they are criminals. So how Muhammad he commit the sin? And not only sin in the past and sin in the future. The Muslims, they have many fabrications saying that the Christians, they used to give a paper, like the Pope, he give a paper to forgive sin if you pay him money. The fact the Quran is the one who's doing that. Your past and your coming sin, open license for sin.
But when does he forgive your sin? Doesn't say it, right?
It says, my friend, it says forgive your past and your coming sin. And by the way, here there is something very wrong in the verse. And you speak Arabic, you know Arabic. Do you see here it says ليغفر لك الله?
ليغفر, yes.
Translation, that Allah may forgive thee. How Allah he say may forgive thee? May? What does that mean? If Allah is the one who will forgive him, and Allah is the one who is talking, so how Allah he say me? Allah will forgive you. I am the one who's talking. And why is saying may? Here you notice that the one who wrote those verses, he forget to switch speaking about Allah from speaking about himself. If Allah is speaking here, he should not say that Allah may forgive thee. You are Allah.
You mean Allah is here speaking?
So why he okay, Allah is speaking, why he will say may Allah? And what do you mean may? You are Allah, you forgive him or not?
Okay, okay, I get it. Yeah. I don't know actually.
So Hassan, what, you want to stay a Muslim, man? After all this madness? You're still a Muslim? Stay a Muslim and may Allah forgive you. may Allah. Allah, he is not sure he forgive to Muhammad or not. May. And may in the past and the coming and the sin to come. I mean, look at this. As long you are saying the sin to come should not be may, because obviously you are saying you forgive him. So what do you mean ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر?
What does means here?
ليغفر is like maybe
Arabic?
in the future, like الاستقبال, you know, like something will happen in the future. So maybe Allah will forgive you in the this why in the translation is that may Allah forgive thee.
Okay.
What is that? Okay, you know what, Hassan, forget about all of this. Still you are not leaving Islam today. Until now, I can tell you are not, you are hesitating. I want you to help me to keep you as a Muslim. I want you to help me to keep you today as a Muslim. Give me something, make you stay as a Muslim still.
Okay, let me think. I don't know. They say like, they have many hadith about wisdoms and like
that's all fabrication stories.
speech.
After what, you know, all those stories written long after Muhammad.
حكايات, for example, قال
this is a
قال
story.
قال علي, for example, هناك نعمتان مجهولتان الصحة والأمان, for example. So yeah, I don't know. And they say there's a book called نهج البلاغة.
All right.
Of Ali, he has a sermon without dots.
Okay,
But I don't think that's really. I don't know, man. But they say like Ali was the most rightful person. But yeah.
All right. Well, let us see some of the wisdom of the people of Ahlul Bayt. All right.
Okay. That's what they say.
What about watermelon?
Watermelon?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Is watermelon a Shia or Sunni?
What?
Yeah. What? Why you are laughing? What happened?
What do you mean?
What do you? I'm asking you. You should answer me. Is watermelon Shia or Sunni? Guys, according to the Shia, watermelon, if she is sweet, she is a Shia, and she is from the one who love Ali and the family of the Prophet. If she is not the watermelon, she is Sunni. What do you say? Okay, let us read. وسائل الشيعة. Do you see the screen? You see the screen? Hassan?
Wait. Really? Like, are you joking or what?
No, I'm not joking. I will show you many examples. الحر العاملي, variant number 25, page number 178. It says عن جده عن أمير المؤمنين عليه السلام أخذ بطيخة ليأكلها فوجدها مرة فرمى بها وقال بعدا وسحقة إلى أن قال فقيل له يا أمير المؤمنين ما هذه البطيخة؟ قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله أخذ عقد مودتنا على كل حيوان ونبت فما قبل الميثاق كان عذبا طيبا وما لم يقبل الميثاق كان ملحا زائقا. So let us translate. Ali, he took a بطيخة, a watermelon, and he wanted to eat it. Actually, let us click at Google Translation. And then when he started eating it, he found that it is sour. The taste is so bad. So he threw it away and he cursed it. And they said to him, the leader of the believers, Amir al-Mu'mineen, what's wrong? What's up with this watermelon? You know? He said that the Prophet of Allah, he said that Allah, he took a contract of our faith, which means Shia faith, on every animal grow up before the whatever, and every planet. Actually, here that translation is wrong. And every planet, animal and planet. So Allah, he made a contract that all the animals and all the plants who are going to follow Ali, the good ones, Ali and his family, they will be sweet and good taste, and those who they are not, they will be salty and they will taste bad. Do you see it, Hassan?
Yeah, I see it. And
this is an agreement between Allah and all the animals and the plants. And this watermelon, she is not Shia. That's why he throw it away. It's not sweet. So this is the wisdom they told you about the Shia. What? Okay, I think you had enough. Are you going to stay Shia or what? Did we have enough for today?
Never heard this.
What do you mean you never heard? Okay. What about if you look at the anus of a woman during like you're having sex with your wife, and if you look at her anus, what will happen to you? You will go, your son is going to be blind, and he will be mute and deaf just by looking at your wife bum when you are having sex. The same as if you are talking. All right, if you talk during sex, Allah will make you mute. Allah will make your son mute. And this is explained why some kids are mute, because simply you were talking during the time you are having sex. Let us read together. Al-Book Al-Kafi, and this is your best book. You told me before this is the best book you like, right? Al-Kafi.
Al-Kafi, yes.
Volume number 5, page number 498. All right, it says, let us go down. All right, what is the most time is hated to have sex in, even if it is lawful, which means with your wife? He says between the sunrise and the sun raised, which means like the sun is rising and the sun already is in the sky. That time is forbidden. It's haram. And between the sunset until the last light of the sun is gone, it's haram. It's bad. And in the day where the sun have an eclipse and the moon have an eclipse, and in the night where there is like a cold air, sorry, dark wind, like I think this is from the sandstorm, and red wind and yellow wind, which is presenting a dusty storm, cold, hot. In those days you should not have sex. And then he says All right, let us see. Oh, okay, in the top it says اتقوا الكلام عند ملتقى الختانين فإنه يورث الخرس. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. Avoid talking during sexual intercourse because that will make your kids deaf and mute.
Wait. ملتقى الختانين. What does that mean?
الختانين, which mean women is circumcised in Islam, a man is circumcised. So when the two circumcision met, you don't talk.
ملتقى. Okay. Yes, ملتقى is meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
But
if you talk, you inherit your child to be mute. So the reason for this is the wisdom of the Ahlul Bayt. Are you kidding me? I mean, this is a lot of wisdom. So this is what me keeping you as a Muslim, the wisdom of Ahlul Bayt. Are you sure? I mean, that's a lot of wisdom, man. I mean, that's really good.
but they say like there are thousands of those.
Okay, what about
wisdoms?
what
I
about,
don't know.
Okay, you believe in
قال علي قال الإمام قال.
Okay, you believe in Al-Mahdi, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't know, but it is in Shia Islam. There, yeah, it is of the main belief. But.
Yeah, but I know, but I mean the Mahdi. Is it true that his fart is like perfume?
What?
What do you mean what? Is it true that his fart is like a perfume? Why you are laughing? Hold yourself. This is your religion. Come on, show respect, man. This is Biharul Anwar, Al-Allama Al-Majlisi, volume number 25, page number 168. All right. The description about Al-Mahdi. What Al-Mahdi, what he will be. He says that the Imam Ashru Alama, there is two signs of Al-Mahdi. First one, his penis will be circumcised when he was born. So his penis is already circumcised by Allah. And if he fell down in the ground, he will fail in his butt. In his butt. Not in his any side, no, in his butt. Always he fell down in the butt. Like you throw him in the air, he go down in his butt. And when he fell in his butt, right away he say ash-shahada, ash-shahadatain. Right away, he fell in his butt. He say la ashhadu la ilaha illallah, no, Ali, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then he never have, or he will never have get dirty from orgasm, which means his orgasm is always pure, and his eyes never sleep. And his his eyes sleep, but his heart never sleep, and he never do yawning, and he never stretch like what like stretch his arms, like he never do that, like tired, like no. And then he can see what is in the front and what is behind him in the same time, and his like his the effect is like the musk, and the earth always right away swallow it and make it disappear. What do you say? Let us click at English translation so we can translate the page in English, but I know like a Google translation will not really be too much good, but better than nothing. So there is 10 signs of Al-Mahdi, as you see here, and his eyes, okay, Abu Ja'far, etc. For the 10 signs, he is born with sealed the cleanser. See the cleanser is circumcised, and if he fall in the ground, he fall in his butt, not his feet. And when he will rise his voice saying the Shahada, he does not. His eyes sleep, but his heart never sleep. He never do yawning, and he never stretch his body. And what else? And then translation here is really messed up. So what do you say, my friend, about the wisdom of the Ahlul Bayt? I mean, this is too much wisdom, and you are proud about it. So this is what making you stay as a Muslim?
I don't know what to say, man.
What, you will stay a Muslim or not? I don't know.
Like, yeah, I've never. This is the first time you. Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Do you watch?
The first.
Do you watch?
The first was Shia. The first book you said.
We are quoting from many. The last one it was from Al-Kafi, I think. Have you ever? Did you watch like those magicians who do things like, you know, make something come from your nose, etc.?
Magicians?
Yeah, did you watch?
I have watched sometimes, okay. Like on.
This is your favorite book, Usul al-Kafi. Sharh Usul al-Kafi.
It's not my favorite book.
Well, about al-Kafi, this is explanation for al-Kafi. This exists in the Kafi, but this is explanation for it. It says, the Prophet of Allah, he pray, and when he pray, from his nose came, from his right side, left side of his nose, a bird which is yellow, and it is from the kind of the luctus, and he was bigger than a fly. And this fly go and walk under the throne of Allah, asking Allah for forgiveness. What? This is a bird coming from the nose of your Prophet Muhammad, and his was yellow. He was a bird, but yet he is smaller than the luctus and bigger than the fly. And he walked under the throne of Allah, asking Allah for forgiveness until the judgment day. They asked your Prophet, actually no, not your Prophet here. كنت أجلس أجالس أبا عبد الله عليه السلام. So a guy, he was sitting with Imam Abdullah, and he said to him, where the sneezing come from? He said, the nose. He said, you are right. I mean, you see the wisdom? The sneezing, where the sneezing came from the nose. You are right. Here they are quoting you the amazing miracles of those guys. I mean, the guy, he is telling us that the sneeze come from the nose. I mean, all right. And then he says, where is the sperm is coming from? He says from all the body, not only from the penis. And then this is what he says.
Testicles, you mean?
And then he says, no, all the body. Jami'u al-badan. He says, don't you see when a human he sneeze, all his limb move? And if somebody he sneeze once, he will not die for the coming 7 days. So he's trying to prove to you that the connection between your sperm and your sneezing. So while you sneeze, all your body move. And he is saying he is connecting between where the let me translate this to English so people they can read. I mean, so what do you think? We still Muslims?
I don't know what to say to you.
This is I asked you why you are staying Muslim until now. You said they have wisdom. Okay, we are reading the wisdom. You want more wisdom? I can give you from now until next year a lot of wisdom. Do you really want more wisdom, or we are done?
Well, I don't know what you want. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, how many Allah he have 2 cities in this earth? Is that correct? Or you do not know about this one?
2 cities on
Allah
the
have
earth?
2 cities in this earth, one in the east and one in the west.
No, I don't know that.
This is, we will go to the book you like, Al-Kafi. Guys, Al-Kafi is the same as Al-Bukhari for the Sunni, is the same for the Shia. So Al-Kafi is the same as you are reading from Al-Bukhari for the Shia.
It is not entirely the same, but close, as I
No,
know.
I mean
but
same as,
because
as value. I'm not saying it's the same book. I'm saying it's as a value. The Sunni consider Al-Bukhari the most accurate. The Shia consider Al-Kafi the most to be trusted.
Yes, okay, that's true.
Yeah, and then let us see here. Let us see if we can find this hadith. Hold on. Okay. وإن لله مدينتين إحداهما بالمشرق والأخرى بالمغرب. Allah, He have two cities, one in the east and one in the west. Around them there is a fence from iron, and in every one city there's a thousand door, and every city have 70,000 language, and all speak the languages with the like everybody inside the city, he speak different language from the other person. And he said, and I know all the languages there. What do you say?
Wait, again, there are two.
This is the Hassan,
Al-Hassan
on
this earth, two cities,
okay.
One in the west, one in the east, and then
there is a fence made from iron, and every city have a thousand door, and every city have a 70,000 language, and every one of them, and every individual there, he speak language different from the other person. And he said, Al-Hassan, and ana wa ana a'rifu jami' al-lughat wama fihuma wama baynahuma, and I know all the languages for those two cities and even what is between them. So what do you think about this wisdom? Do you really believe Al-Hassan, he knows all the languages of those cities, which is a thousand language, 70,000 language, not here like translation? What do you think?
But there's two cities. Where is that? Like meant?
One city
in the earth,
east,
or
one city, yeah, in the earth, but nobody knows where. You know, fabrication, stupidity.
Because
speaking to naive people at that time, and people
it only says two cities.
God, no, Allah has two cities. Allah has two cities. One of them in the Mashriq, which means in the east, and the other one in the west, not Morocco. This is stupid translation.
Yeah, Maghreb,
okay. Maghreb. In the west. They have a wall made of iron, and each of them has a thousand door, and every one of them have 70,000 languages, not thousand language. I know all the languages in it and what is between those two cities. So the whole language of the words, Al-Hussein, Al-Hassan, he know it. What do you say?
Yeah, this one reminds me of another, like someone asked Imam al-Hussein, how many hair do I have? And then he
I can answer your question easy. This is easy. Ask me the question. How many hair you have? I know.
He knew like how many. Imam al-Hussein, he said, yeah,
I know too. Tell me, ask me the same question. Okay, you have 4 billion hair. Prove me wrong. I mean,
yeah, okay.
How many hair I have? I mean, those stories obviously is nothing but fabrication. I mean, I feel sorry for the Shia. You know, I mean, they are naive people, deceived, and they believe that this is always true. I mean, isn't it always? This is really crazy.
But I don't know, man. Like there is a sheikh. They say he is so knowledgeable. You know, he has.
Okay, listen.
He has read all the Shia books, and he can debate everyone. You know, but
who? Who's that?
But he doesn't do that because he says, I
Let
don't
him come
know.
and debate me. What about your prophet? Your prophet, he put his tongue inside the mouth of Hassan. Al-Hussein, sorry.
He told me about that last time. Yes, like he fed him with. Okay.
Yeah, this is Al-Kafi. No, not last time. I told you about his finger. Last time, the prophet, he put his finger in the tongue of Al-Hussein, and each time he sucked his finger, Al-Hussein do not need food for 3 days. This one in the book of
Ibham, right? His thumb or
yeah, he's put his finger. It doesn't matter, a finger. And then,
yes.
but here the prophet, he put his tongue inside the mouth of Al-Hussein and he sucked it. He sucked the tongue of Al-Hussein and he cut from it, which means he like Al-Hussein. I think what they mean by here, it's like the Hussein is fitted by the tongue of the prophet, but just by sucking each other tongues, Al-Hussein, he got his food. What do you think?
What is it? What is that?
This is in Al-Kafi. This is Al-Kafi. I think in very number 1. Let me try to find it. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Praise to the internet then. Yeah, we can find everything so easily. Huh?
Yeah, well, the internet for sure. If you want to find this, if you want to find this in books, it's going to take forever to open pages and flip.
Yeah. I don't have them actually. Al-Kafi is 6 volumes, as I know, and Bihar al-Anwar is 100 or so.
Yeah.
Very big. Yeah.
Let us see where it says that. Okay, here we go. كان يؤتى بالحسين فيلقمه لسانه فيمصه فيجتزئ به ولم يرتضع من أنثى. Reference 38. Let's click at 38. 38 is راجع Al-Kafi. You see the reference? Al-Kafi, page number 387. The book of Al-Kafi, page number 387, and the book of Al-Manaqib li Ibn Shahr Ashub, variant number 4, page number 50, and Al-Bihar, variant number 43, page number 245, Tafsir Nur al-Thaqalain, page number 5, variant number 5, page number 12, what Tafsir al-Burhan, the one you like, page number 4, page number 173.
It's not that I like it, but
I mean,
they have taught me like this is so I think
all the great books of the Shia.
I use them,
Yeah, but me, this is mean all the great books of the Shia approve this story.
Yes,
the prophet, he sucked the tongue of Al-Hussein. What is that? Anyway, my friend, I cannot keep you for long. Thank you for calling, and maybe next time you will decide to leave Islam. I will leave it for you. I cannot push you harder. You know, it's up to you. You want to leave, you want to stay, it's up to you.
Yeah.
So what? You want to stay? You think you are staying for tonight, a Muslim?
I don't know, man. I feel sad. Like what? Yeah.
Well,
it's not right, but sad, I don't know what.
Say what? I mean, be honest with yourself. Is that something really you believe in?
No.
Okay, so what? Are you going to say I'm out of Islam today? Are you afraid to say it?
I mean, everything you show, yeah, it is true, yeah.
Okay, so if I am saying the truth, it means Islam is false religion. So why you then say Islam is false? I am out.
Like, I don't know, man. I
just told you how many hair you
I
have.
feel sad.
Don't feel sad. It's okay. I mean, all of us, we go through things in our life, and I better fix it than sorry forever. Now you can fix it. Just
okay, but
denounce Islam. Say, I'm out of this cult.
okay, but yeah, what then?
Okay,
In
but
this
did you
case,
say,
like,
I want to hear
there's
you?
not a single religion
Okay, hold
of
on.
which
Before
I'm really
before we
convinced.
talk about
I
what
don't know.
next, no. Before you talk about next, did you denounce Islam? Did you leave Islam?
I don't know, man. I'm scared of her. Like, everything you show, it is true. I can't deny it. You show it with references, and
one of them is lying, either Muhammad or me. So which one we do? I showed you everything from their books.
no, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Okay, so Muhammad is lying. So why you don't say Muhammad is lying? I am out of Islam.
I don't know, man. I'm so scared. They say if you leave Islam and then
what?
like,
You will not get the 70,000 version, 70 version.
oh, like
No version are
hell
waiting
and
for you,
torment,
me,
punishment. They say, yeah.
There's no version are waiting for us. Neither me, neither you. It's a lie. Come on, say it. Be brave.
Okay, let me think once. Wait.
Are we out of Islam? I can tell you are out of Islam. Why you don't say it? I can tell. You just told me you are saying the truth.
I'm scared of hell.
What hell? Hell? This is hell. Islam is hell. Obviously, it's a lie. You just said I am telling the truth. Obviously, there's the hell of Islam is a lie. So if you are scared from the hell of Islam, the hell of Islam doesn't exist. Islam itself is the hell if you stay there, because you just agreed that this is a lie. What they are teaching, it cannot be true.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you show from a card, but you said that, yeah, I don't know, those wisdoms you like, the real wisdoms, you said that they came many years after Nahj al-Balagha and such books.
It doesn't matter if they
also
are
Shia claim,
said,
but
if
yeah.
they are said by the leader of the Shia or they are fabrication. At the end of the day, you are believing in a false religion. Because if the God of Islam, he wants you to believe in those stories, why he allowed even those things to happen? Remember, we showed you the Quran saying that if Allah wants somebody to go astray, nobody can guide him, and nobody will go astray unless Allah wants him to go astray. So why Allah want you to go astray and follow the Shia or Sunni? Allah is the devil. So are we out of Islam?
Okay,
yeah, you're out of Islam.
I think
so. You are out of Islam.
I mean, I don't believe in those things that you showed. So
okay, so you are out of Islam. I'm so happy for you, Hassan. That's beautiful. You called me many times already, and now today you call me as a Muslim Shia, and today the end of the call is you are out of Islam. That's wonderful. Now you said you're afraid from hell. Well, for me as a Christian, I am not afraid of hell. I believe in the Messiah, and I will be with him. Anytime, feel free to call me, and if you have anything you want to learn about the Messiah, I will be happy to help you. But right now, I invite you to read the Bible, the 4 Gospels of Jesus, and think deeply about the invitation I will give it to you now. There's no salvation except with the Messiah, and his name is great wherever you go. Even in the cult of Islam, Muhammad, he could not deny how great the Messiah is, and right now he is the living person in heaven, for he is the word of God, for he is a divine, for he is our Lord, our merciful, and our salvation. So I invite you to believe in him. And you don't need to believe that the Messiah is God just because I said that to you. Go and read, research, study, and look at the amazing teaching of Christ. What do you say?
I don't know, man. Actually, they are. I don't know. There, nothing makes sense for me right now. Like, there's not a single religion that makes sense. Islam doesn't make sense. Shia, Sunni.
Yeah, when you speak about sense depends. Sense to who? Because
for me right now, like Christianity, Judaism, I've thought about Hinduism, even atheism doesn't make sense for me. Like right now, I don't know, man. Life doesn't make sense.
It's all right. You see, I'll give you time. Go and read and research. Anytime, feel free. Hassan, if you like, you can call me anytime, and I will be happy to help you.
But why are there so many Christians leaving Christianity and
there is so many people, so many Christians accepting Christianity? Where are there so many leaving Christianity? What do you mean, atheist or what?
I mean, in the past, like what I live now, like 60% are atheists.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Those numbers are false. Those numbers
it used to be
no. You know,
much less, like 50 years ago or 70 years ago.
Do you live in the state? Do you live in the state?
No.
Okay. If you live in the state, you can go every Sunday, and you will see you will not find a place to park your car when you go to any church. Our churches, not only churches, they are mega churches, they're huge. So
Europe, I'm talking about Europe.
It doesn't. Europe. They are, you know, they became more into secular. This is why you don't see really Christian, but they are exist and they are in a huge number. But they are not aggressive people to force themselves to show here we go. We are here. Like when the church in France in Paris was burned, tens of thousands appear in the street praying in the street. So where was the Christians before? Nobody saw them. But suddenly everybody see the Christians. Christians are not like Muslims. They don't go pray in the street to show themselves. They are all over. But we are not hypocrite. So if you think that Europe became not a Christian, I think this is a very wrong idea about Europe.
No, I mean, like they have decreased. For example, 50 years ago,
our friend, always a freedom, always a freedom. Freedom. I prefer a freedom where nobody stay hypocrite and nobody stay saying I'm a Muslim or a Christian or I'm a communist. You see, in China, nobody dare to say he is not a communist. Correct? But there's many Christians and there's many Muslims, but nobody dare to say I am not a communist. No. Same in Saudi Arabia. There's many atheists, there's many gays, there's many lesbians, there's many Christians, but nobody dare to say I'm not a Muslim. So
yes, they say that 100% is Muslim, but I don't believe that. I think that's impossible.
So freedom, I don't care really how many Christians there is, I don't care how many Muslims there is. Freedom is good because a freedom can leave no hypocrisy.
That's true, yes, but I don't know, maybe I have watched also too much videos.
Let us say that all the world became atheist or Muslim, and I'm the only Christian. That will not make me wrong.
Yes.
This is not
I agree.
Right now we are the biggest believe in this earth as a Christians by number, the biggest at all. That will not prove that the Christianity is right still. So number doesn't mean nothing. Number mean nothing.
I agree, but I mean,
of Jesus,
I don't know.
In the time of Jesus, there was only 12 apostles. Only 12. Jesus and 12 apostles. Does that mean Jesus was wrong? No. So this is not really what make believe wrong or right. It is the belief itself, the value of it, and the proof of it. If it is true, it's true. It's not, it's not. No matter how many people believe in it or not.
Sure, but I mean, like leaving or criticizing. For example, I watched a guy who his name is Bart Ehrman, and I don't know, maybe, yeah.
And I can refute him easily.
You know that guy?
Yeah, I know him. He can refute it.
I saw
even
debate between him and James White about
this one, he brought nothing. You know, he says to us, the Bible is improved by time. Why? Because and that's supposedly for him, the Bible is not a perfect book, but that's stupid to say. The Bible translation improved by time because we discover more and more manuscript. So that will not is working in the opposite direction. For negative, it's positive. All the improvement happen in one direction, proving everything Christianity teach, not the opposite. Like if you find something, a new manuscript saying the opposite of what we found before, then that will be a problem. But what we found confirm what we found before. So the new find is the same as the old find, nothing changed. So his argument is very silly. But you know, people, they are free. As I said, people are free to make any argument, and there is, you use your brain and your mind, and you make a decision who is the one who makes sense for you. You know, you left Islam.
Sure.
You left Islam now, but you know, you are free to believe or not to believe.
Yes, I don't know.
Anyway, my friend, feel free anytime if you want to call me. I will be happy to hear you. And for now, I have to let you go. We are here for a while. Thank you for calling.
Yes.
And I'm happy that you left Islam already. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Hassan. Take care.
Yes.
Take care. God bless. Bye bye.
Allah. Shukran.
All right. Well, I'm glad at least for Hassan that he decided to leave Islam, and I hope sooner or later he will find the truth, and the truth will set him free. Again, belief is a personal matter, and it's not something you know. You see, I'm not believing in Jesus because what makes sense as much it is. There's things in Christianity, same as in atheism, same as in many. It doesn't make sense, and same as in Islam. As an example, Jesus is a son of a virgin. Okay, it doesn't make sense if you are a Muslim, even though Muslims believe in that. But it doesn't make sense. I mean, why? How? But if you are a Christian, right away you will notice that in Christianity only that makes sense, because he is, and the Christian believe he is a son of God. So it doesn't make sense that he is a prophet, he is a son of the virgin. That's weird. What for? I mean, he can still be a prophet without being a son of a virgin. What the point of this? And this miracle nobody can prove. My mother, can she claim that she gave me birth, she gave birth to me, and she was a virgin? Nobody can prove her wrong. So what the point of this statement? So there is things in belief, it doesn't make sense unless you understand the belief, unless you are from that point of that belief. Same time, for an atheist, saying that Jesus is born of a virgin is a foolishness. That's crazy, that's stupid, that's etc. But because he's an atheist, and for me, he is the one saying foolish stuff too. Like the atheists, they accepted Darwin to be their master, when Darwin is a stupid fool, a racist. He captured a black man, he put him in the cage to prove that monkeys are coming from the black race. That is foolish. So for him, he thinks Christianity is foolish. For me, I believe that not only his belief is foolish, it is dangerous. It is racist. A Muslim, he believed that Mary, she would give birth, but she is a virgin, but she cannot explain to us why. What the point of this verse? This doesn't make sense. Why? We don't know. The Muslim, they worship Allah. Why? Because Allah, he says, I'm God, worship me. So what? Okay, I'm going to say I'm God, worship me. Here we go. There's no proofs. The Quran is full of errors, full of contradiction, stupid teaching. And then somebody says to me, I am God, worship me, and then I'm going to worship him just because. And not only that, this God, he never spoke to us. The God of Islam is a mute God. Never said a word. So how we can believe? And believe in what? Believe in a God we never met, we never saw, we never heard of? Believe in God who told us that if you kiss a black stone, that will forgive your sin? Believe in God who do not know how the earth is created? He says crazy stuff in his Quran. So there's things, it's important to make sense, and this is like a basic logic. And there's things above making, like they say, believe. Like we as a Christian, we believe in miracles. Do miracles make sense? No. Miracles does not make sense. There's nothing is called miracle does make sense. This is why we call it miracle. But where is the miracle of Muhammad? The Muslim, they say to us, Muhammad, he split the moon. Even the Quran never said that. It says the judgment day is near and the moon is split, which means the one who is writing, reporting something happened at that time, supposedly the moon is split. It doesn't say that Muhammad split anything. And then it says the judgment day is near sight, but judgment day never come, and this is 1400 years ago. So even that information was wrong, because you just claimed that the judgment day started and this is the sign of the moon splitting. It is a false prophecy, and that make the Quran does not make sense. You're telling me judgment day is near and the moon is split asunder, and the moon now is not split no more. What, you change your mind? You wanted to make it a sign for judgment day, and now this moon is not split, and 1400 years ago still it's a sign of a judgment day. So, and then the Muslims, in order to fabricate stories, to make you believe in stories, they start making books, articles, videos that the Quran is full of science, and we get all their science busted. What makes sense in Islam? So we need to make it clear that there's many things does not make sense in our life, even when we speak about science. When somebody speak about the Big Bang for me does not make sense. And it does not make sense for many scientists, not for me only. Not every scientist believe in the Big Bang. It's a theory. So it is okay to have a belief of, like I say, to say something does not make sense to me. But doesn't mean that what does not make sense to you, it is wrong. As an example, if I say to somebody 300 years ago, time will come and people, they can have something in their pocket, they open it, they push the bombs, and they can talk to somebody in China. They will laugh at me. They will say to me, that does not make sense. Right? If I say to someone that time will come and somebody can speak from Tokyo and we can see him in New York, we can see his picture in New York, they will laugh at me. That does not make sense. So what makes sense or make not sense is depend on the time you say it, and depend on the time it's happening. So there's things we say and there's things happened. People, they believe in what happened, and what is not happening, it does not make sense to them. And that was what is atheism is about. However, the atheists, they go farther in their fantasy. They believe in something not happened to be happen. As an example, the Big Bang, because there's no proof of it. It's a theory. Nobody witnessed it, nobody saw it, nobody was there. And they cannot make the Big Bang happen again. If the Big Bang is something possible, well, we can do it then in the laboratory. And actually they make a machine, I think in Finland or Sweden, for the Big Bang. They spend billions of dollars and they could not come with any result. They wasted the money. So believing in something or disbelieving is a healthy thing, but when you believe in stupid stuff, it is not healthy. And I see that Islam is teaching nothing but stupid things. I saw nothing in Islam worth to believe in. Like God, he want to give me a lot of naked women in the heaven. Why? Because I believe in him. That not only does not make sense, that's satanic. That's evil. 80,000 little boys will be in my house to serve me. That is not, doesn't make sense only. That's satanic, because this is a child abuse. So how I am seeking a better attitude in life, to be better me tomorrow, to be in heaven. Yet in the heaven I have a lot of abuse I will do for people who will be under my command. Right? So here what makes sense is important in the field of let us say the logic of good and bad. What kind of God? He want to give me a lot of women, I will see their bones, I will see the marrow of their bones, and I will have sex with them. That not only doesn't make sense, this is stupid. What kind of God? He promised me endless private part. That's funny and stupid. So my wife is next to me, but my private part in China. So what I will do now? You turn. So there is things when we say it does not make sense, not necessarily what does not make sense can be wrong. And as we give you example about like radio waves, pictures, phone, you know, if you speak about it 300-400 years ago, people will laugh at you. It doesn't make sense, and they will think you are crazy. But there's things that not make sense, not only because it does not make sense, because it is evil and ugly. Like promising me 80,000 little boys to serve me in the heaven. You know, I cannot be happy without having 80,000 little boys in my house to serve me. So in order to be happy, Allah will enslave little tiny children's, 80,000 of them, to make me happy. So you will make 80,000 miserable servant for eternity to make one person happy. You know what I mean, Muslims? So what makes sense and what does not make sense? When a person, he says to me, he went to the top of the seventh heaven and he found a tree, and he found under the tree where is the rivers of Euphrates and the Nile River coming from heaven. And then he says to me that he was up in the sky. Well, that's not only does not make sense, that it proving that he is a liar. You see, I can say things does not make sense about understanding the universe because I am limited as a human being and I do not know really. You know, I can say to you, like, let us say somebody he think the earth is a flat. Oh, okay, well, I mean, I give him excuse because he is not capable of seeing the earth from far away to see how it looked like. I understand. But somebody claimed that he went to heaven, he went to the sky, the seventh sky, not only in the sky, like the end of the world. And then he found in the sky the Nile River and the Euphrates and Shihan and Jihan, and those are rivers of paradise. Not only this does not make sense, it's proven to me that he is a liar. So there is a huge difference between believing in things make sense or not and believing in lies, obvious lies. A prophet who claimed that he was very weak in sexual relationship, and then God he sent him a dish of kebab, he ate it and he got the power of 40 men. This is not only does not make sense, this is stupid, because how the Muslim they say to us that if Allah wants something to happen, he say B is going to be, is going to happen, and then Allah, in order to fix the private part of Muhammad, he have to cook and send the cook with the angel, pizza delivery. Allah he knows everything, but Allah he know nothing at the same time. Read the Quran and love. And this is why we welcome Muslims to debate us and to challenge us live on air. And I challenge you to show me, well, how you say, okay, Allah he said I am God, worship me. Okay, so is that a reason to worship him? Maybe he doesn't even exist. Who is the one who says I am Allah, worship me? Allah? Have you heard him? So look at this religion. One guy, no witnesses. His name is Muhammad. He never saw Allah. He never heard Allah. He witnessed to Allah, and nobody witnessed to him. and yet we have to believe in him. The Quran says in a silly case as writing like borrowing money, we have to get at least 2 witnesses. In the case of adultery, we have to get 4 witnesses. Just to prove adultery, we need 4 witnesses. To prove God and the prophethood, we have 0 witnesses. Which one is more important? And by the way, like the verse in front of us about 4 witnesses for adultery, additionally prove that Muhammad cannot be a prophet, because he said, and excuse my language, the 4 witnesses, they have to see the private part of the male going in the private part of the female. That's impossible. So if a woman and man having sex but yet they are covering themselves, even if you have 4 witnesses and they saw not that part going in and out, there's no proof. And if you accuse the man or the woman of adultery in Islam and you could not see that, the prophet will whip your back. He will punish you. So imagine you enter your house, you find your wife naked in the top of a man having sex with him. Now it's time for you to call your friends. You have to find 4 friends, and they have to come and they have to look and see the private part of the guy getting in and out. And the guy will wait for you. He will say, call 4 friends. Call 4 friends. I will wait for you. And when they come, he do it slowly so they can see and they can witness. So the requirement here is proving that Muhammad is not a prophet of God and cannot be from God, because this is impossible. Are you going to enter your house with 4 friends always? And you go to the bedroom with your 4 friends? And if you go in the bedroom with 4 friends, if they did not see that part, they saw nothing still. Even if they go to the court and say, hey, we saw him naked, we saw him naked. Actually, there's a hadith about the prophet. He whipped 3 guys, he did lash them, and one of them, he said that I saw her legs, her foot around his neck like the ears of a donkey. So the women, you know what I'm talking about. They are doing it, and he was shaking her so hard, and her foot is around his neck. Still, this is not enough for Muhammad, and he did lash him, for he did not give enough a proof. So how we can prove adultery in Islam? Proving adultery in Islam is extremely impossible, the same as proving Muhammad to be a prophet. No witnesses, nothing. Okay, Muhammad, he went to the 7th heaven 11. Any witnesses? No. Muhammad, he saw the angel Jibreel, and Jibreel gave him Quran. Any witnesses? No. Even the prophet wife, she was accused of adultery. Muhammad, he changed the law from 2 witnesses to 4 witnesses, just for his sake. So what is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet? No proof. And what is the prophecy of Muhammad? The Muslim, they come with tons of funny prophecies. As an example, they say to you, the prophet, he prophesied that the Roman, they will win the war in a few years. But this prophecy, he received it after they won, not after before. Read it. On the day of Badr, the Roman had victory over the Persian. So the believer were pleased with that. Then the following revealed, Alif Lam Mim, the Roman have been defeated up to his saying, and they will be victorious. And the believers will be happy. So even this fabrication is a lie. The date is a lie. The prophecy is false. And the hadith proving all of this fabrication to be not true. Imagine I prophesy for you about Trump will be president in 2016, but already we are 2019. Have you ever heard of somebody receive a prophecy after it happened? That's Muhammad. That is Muhammad. Today is Wednesday, 22nd. Tomorrow and the day after, I'm going to take a break from going live on air. So we will go back in a Friday, if you don't mind, guys, because I'm getting really headache from speaking for long. It's too much every day. So I will take 2 days break, and we will be back on Friday. All right, and please don't forget to subscribe and join us when we go live on air, and keep your activation, I mean your notification on, so you can receive. And always you can, if you like, you have a video and you lost it, you can go to Patreon and you will find the updated link, which means before I delete the video here in my page, I post in my Patreon a link of one of you who posted my video on his channel. All right, and don't forget to subscribe to those who they are posting my videos again somewhere, and give them thanks. All right, so we are happy today that today our time was not wasted. We have Mr. Hassan, who is Shia. He decided to leave Islam, and actually the Lord is blessing us with many Muslims leaving Islam every day. There is some they call life on air and they leave Islam, and there's many they don't want to be live on air, and I speak to them and they leave Islam. And you know, I understand why, because many of them, they are they are afraid. Like now, I believe Hassan, he was afraid to say he's out of Islam because Islam is a gang religion. He will be worried about his safety, you know. So we pray that he will be fine and nobody will harm him in any way, regardless if he became a Christian or not. We don't want anyone to be harmed. And one of the proofs actually that Islam is a very bad cult is the violence. Violence is a very clear proof of weakness. And somebody don't want to be a Muslim, why you want to kill him? They say to us that Islam bring no compulsion in religion, which is an abrogated verse, is not true, and it's a fabrication. They quote for us something you do not know, that the Quran have something called abrogation, which means those verses are not valid no more, not valid. So they quote for you a verse which Muhammad, when he was weak, Muhammad is a diplomat, the same as Erdogan. Erdogan, when before he was elected, he signed a paper says, my party will never talk about religion, my party is not religious, my party have nothing to do with Islam, my party is a liberal, my party is an atheist. The second he won the election, he threw out all of those who were forcing different agenda, and right away he says we are Muslims. So when he was weak, he signed any paper they want, anything. He is not a Muslim, he will not practice Islam, he made a promise, his party is liberal, his party is an atheist, his party far away from Islam. And the second they took over the country, nobody can win again. And when he lost the election in Istanbul, he asked for redoing election again, which means you will never win with him. Each time you win somewhere, he will say we will redo it again until he corrupt the election, and he is the only winner. That's exactly the Islamic gang system. And since Muhammad, he took over with his party in the Middle East, who can throw him away? Since the mullahs in Iran took this, they say, look how funny the Islamic cult work. They say to you, as an example, in Iran we have democracy, we have election, but they will not tell you that election in Iran is election for a bunch of mullahs. There's a 5-6 mullahs. The big mullah, he elect them, he choose, okay, you can go, you can go, you can go. Anyone is not from the mullahs, their gang, he will not be in the election. So what is the freedom? So whoever you choose what the mullah, the big mullah, choose already. So the big mullah, he says, okay, Rouhani, you can be go for election so people can elect you. Ahmad Mirza, what his name, the guy, the funny guy, the one who said Iran have 0 gays, Ahmadinejad. So the big mullah, the big sheikh, he choose a bunch of guys from his own gang organization, Islamic organization, and they say to the population, you have to choose one of those. And supposedly this is democracy. This is how they try to fool us by the democracy of Allah and his religion. That is not the democracy and have nothing to do with it. And if you take your hijab off, they beat you, they take you to jail. If you say I don't want to be a Muslim, they execute you. Yet they claim that they have democracy. Just 3 days ago, 50 or 60 women, they were having like a fashion whatever thing occasion. They arrest them all for fashion. Anyway, if women cannot do fashion, who is going to do fashion? Well, that's the enemy of Allah, fashion. The enemy of Allah, Allah himself will die from fashion. And those poor women, like, they are not showing their panties. I mean, it's not a fashion for bikini. You know, it's normal clothes. They arrest them. A woman, she's singing in the street, like in Saudi Arabia. A little girl, she is 17, 16 years old. She sang a song when she was on a trip, taking a selfie. The whole country went up as if she is the biggest criminal ever on earth. Those people still live in the cave time. And all of this due to Islam. Islam make them live in the cave time. What the woman she did? She sang a song. She danced in the front of the camera. She is not naked. But it's haram. It's haram. If you open their TV, you see nothing but belly dancing. Go open the month of Ramadan, all the movies, naked people. So movies is okay, but your women, they cannot. This is why when Muslim women, they go overseas, they do anything, they do everything, because they are, you know, it's like somebody who was in jail for 20 years and then he never saw a woman, and then you open the door for him, and suddenly in front of him there is many women almost wearing nothing. What he would do? He would be like an animal. He will act like one. So they put them in jail. You cannot do this. This is haram. This is forbidden. This is, but everything is done under the table. In the month of Ramadan, as we speak now, you go to Thailand, you go to Philippines, you go to all those countries, you will find nothing but Saudi going there. Nobody in Saudi Arabia. In the month of Ramadan, the whole country is abroad, because nobody want to practice Ramadan. They want to go drink, they want to do prostitution, they want to see dancing, they want to do music, they want to have beer, they want to have whiskey. But they cannot do it in their country, so they do it in different country. Actually, when I was in Asia, I was surprised that those hookers, they speak Arabic, because they come to me and they say to me, hello Habibi, and they speak to me in Arabic, what do you like, Habibi? And I was, how she speak Arabic? Yeah, but all the customers are Arab. The customers are Arab. They knew Arabic better than any language. The night clubs, that's everything. You know, it's, and the funny, you will find a restaurant says halal food, and next to it there's night club. Halal food next to night club. I mean, the buyer obviously he care for halal. Yes, they care for halal food. They want to eat halal food and they want to do halal prostitution. So there's things make sense and there's things does not make sense. Islam not only does not make sense, Islam is crazy, violent cult. And always be careful from what they say to you about what's right and what's wrong, especially those liberals who try always to present Islam as a good religion. They speak of what they don't know, and many of them, they take the side of Islam just because you are a Christian, you are conservative, okay, we will believe in whatever you believe against you. You like the cross, we will take it down. You like the Bible, we will take it from the hotels. You know, you don't like Islam, we will support Islam. This is the whole idea of the agenda of the liberals and those like in America, like Democrat. They are against anything you believe in. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. If you say Islam is good, they will say Islam is wrong. So don't let them fool you, and don't let them deceive you. This world is full of deception, TV stations, news, propaganda, agenda, parties, politician, everybody lying at everybody. It is a competition of lying. Who wanna lie more? And the naive one are the victims. Who would like to lie more? And if you say the truth, they accuse you of Islamophobia. They say you are a hate monger. They will say the second you say the truth. All right. So anyway, I hope today it was good for you. Those who like to cut and paste the videos in their channel, don't forget to download the video right away. Especially today we have a good event of Mr. Hassan. He decided he's a Shia. He decided to leave Islam. It was a good day for him, and we pray that the Lord he will guide him and he will show him the right place to be in. And I hope that soon he will come to a conclusion in whatever make him feel better. If it's not a Christianity, then it's not a Christianity. So still I will pray for you, that I pray that the Lord will guide you and will bring you to peace, and you will find happiness in your life, whatever the happiness is. All right. If it's not a Christianity, let it be, but we want you to be happy, and God he love everybody. So I advise you to be with the one who loves you, not the one who want you to love him, and the return it will give you some women. Our Lord he loves you as you are, for he made you the way you are. All what he is asking you for, he said, knock at my door and I will open for you. That's all. Knock at my door, and his door is always ready to be open for you. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you, and I will see you soon again. Remember, I will take 2 days off, tomorrow and the day after, and I will be back in Friday, same time, 3:30 p.m. and maybe in the weekend we'll do it too, but earlier, so those who live in Asia, they can join us. Thank you. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. See you soon.